Today we are going to start the first chapter from class 12 physics, which is electric charges and field. So first I will explain you what is electric charges in this video. So that is the introduction part. Now electric charge, we know that there are two types of charges existing, positive and negative. So this was basically introduced by Benjamin Franklin. I will explain the experiment later. So first we will look into the basic properties of charges. First property is charge is always carried by a material. Okay, so for example we have positive and negative charge, but we can say only an object is charged. For example, this sketch pen is charged, this top is charged, the marker is charged, the dexter is charged. So we can say only that charging has done for an object, because we can't charge a vacuum space, because to carry charges we need material. So material are necessary for charge to be carried. Next thing is rubbing creates electric charge. Say for example, I have a rough surface. Say for example, this is top of a table and I have a marker. Okay, so what I am going to do, I am going to rub the marker on the surface of table. What will happen? We will see this in a big picture. We have a marker here in this way, and at the tip of marker we can see atoms. So atom, as per Bohr's atomic model, we know atom have a nucleus at the center, then electrons revolving around the nucleus. So electrons here, electrons here, electrons here. Okay, so at the tip we have number of atoms in this way. So this is only one atom. Even the top surface of the table is having atoms like this. Nucleus at the center, electrons, electrons. Now see, with this tip I have electrons here, right? With this tip I am going to touch the top surface of table and I am going to rub on the surface of table. Now due to friction, what will happen? See, this electron or this atom or the tip of the marker will be able to take an electron from an atom in the table. See, one atom. So see, I have one atom, nucleus, and electrons in this way, and this is going to be rubbed by another atom, nucleus. See, the moment I bring the marker in contact with the table, so there will be scenarios like this. Okay, so it can take an electron from this. This will happen only when there is a friction. So basically it's friction that creates charges. So here what is the charge given out? That is an electron, right? I will explain you why only electron can be taken, why cannot proton be taken from a nucleus. But this is the basic thing. Rubbing creates electric charge. So rubbing means there should be friction in between two surfaces. I have one object, I have another object, I am rubbing. So the friction basically takes an electron from one object, and that is transferred to another object. As per first thing, charge is always carried by material. Correct. So I have two material here. One is my marker and another one is table. So when rubbing occurs in between these two surfaces, either an electron from here will be transferred to another material. So this cannot go into vacuum, right? We need material. So from an electron that is in the table, from an atom that resides in the table, an electron will be going to marker, or this can happen in other ways. That is, from marker one electron can go to here. But anyway, it is electron transfer from the table to marker or from marker to the table. Okay, so there is a particular pattern which object will lose electron and which will gain electron. So what we have understood from this is, see, one object lose electron and another object gain electron. Now, how come charging has occurred in this case? So how can we know that an object is charged or not? So let's say if this is charged, when I am keeping a small piece of paper, it can attract the paper. Okay, so that is how we can check. So when I have checked, it is attracting a small piece of paper, so this is charged. Now how come the charging has happened here? Again we will take two atoms. This is one atom and another one is another atom. So let's say this atomic number is, for example, 5. Say for example, table is having an atomic number 5 and my marker is having an atomic number, the material of the marker is having an atomic number of 4. This is just for an example, okay. So 5 atomic number means it will have 5 protons and 5 electrons. So 2 here and 1, 2, 3 here. So 2 plus, so 2 electrons, sorry 5 electron, 2 plus 3, 5 electrons and 5 proton. What is the net charge initially? That is 5 positive inside and 5 electron outside. 5 plus and 5 negative, that is 0. This I am talking about, this is table, right? Table. Now marker is having 4 proton and 4 electron because its atomic number is 4. Atomic number is simply the number of protons inside the nucleus. So equal to the number of protons we have number of electrons. So number of electrons in a marker is 4. So the net charge initial is, with the marker it is 4 electrons and 4 positive charge, it is 0, neutral. Here also in this case it is neutral. The moment we do rubbing in between, let's say 1 electron from this has jumped to table. So what has happened here? At the tip of my marker we have only 4 electron in that atom, sorry 3 electron in that atom and 4 positive charge. So what is the net charge? It has got minus 3 plus 4, this is plus 1. So it has got a positive charge here. See, now what is the case of table? For table initially it was 5 electrons and 5 protons, but the rubbing has given an electron from this atom to this atom, to this material basically. So what is the total number of electrons here? The total number of electrons is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And number of proton is 5. So what is the net charge? Charge of an electron is minus, right? So minus 6 plus 5. This is minus 1. So this is negatively charged and this one is positively charged. So rubbing creates electric charge, and for this charge, this will only resides, or this will only be existing on materials. So from one material to another material, electrons will jump, and the reason here is rubbing, the friction. Okay, so this is also taken as frictional electricity because the friction is the source for this. Okay, now electrification is method of charging a body. So method, when we are charging a body, then the method, the process by which we are charging the body is termed as electrification. Now, so Benjamin Franklin has done experiment, a lot of experiment, and out of that 2 very important experiment he has done with plastic rod and glass rod. So what he has done, he has kept a plastic rod. Okay, he has rubbed with a material. So this has got a charge, but at that time he don't know whether it is positive or negative. He know that this is charged because this is able to attract piece of paper or other charged material. Now, so this has got some charge. He don't know which charge it is. Now he has taken one more plastic rod and he has rubbed. Okay, so when he has rubbed with the same material, now this will get the same charge, right? So I have took a plastic material, I have rubbed with a material, so this has got a charge. So I am taking a similar plastic material. Now this will also get the same charge because the material are same. So the same material has been rubbed with the same material. So plastic and, say for example, this one is glass, and plastic and glass. So now both the plastic has got a charge. Now he has kept these 2 plastic or these 2 markers together. He has seen a deflection here. So what is the reason? These 2 points has got charge and these charges has got repelled, interacted. So the interactive force is repulsion here. So this way he has understood that it is the same charge. It is given to it has affected at the end of both the markers. Now initially he has rubbed plastic rod, right, with the material. Say for example, with the glass surface he has rubbed plastic rod. Now he has took, say for example, this one is glass rod. Okay, so he has done the same experiment with glass rod. So with the same material he has rubbed these 2 different materials. So these 2 materials are different, it's the same. So rubbing creates charges. So this has got some charge, this has got some charge. Then he has done the same experiment. but he has seen plastic rod and glass rod are attracting, which means now these two charges are not like charges, they are unlike charges. Clear? So in the previous case, when it is both the same material, they repelled, which means the charge induced, the charge electrification done for the both the material is the same. So if this is positive, this one is also positive, they are repelling. Okay, now when you have done the experiment, one plastic and one glass, we have seen that these are repelling in between, which means that the charges are, these are attracting in between, which means the charges are opposite to each other. So which means here in this case, say for example glass will be positive, plastic will be negative. Now plastic is both negative. So here in this case repulsion, here in this case repulsion. See, they have repelled, unlike charges, like charges. Here in this case, this is unlike charges, they are attracted. So Benjamin Franklin have to give a name for both the things. So it was not named as positive and negative. He know that these are having opposite behavior. But with the experiment, he has proven that when we are adding a charge of 2 positive with another charge of 2 negative, okay, so there was no positive and negative. He has charged same, he has added same amount of one polarity with same amount of different polarity. He has seen his net charge become 0, which means I have charged this object with rubbing. Okay, now when I am adding, so let's say this has got positive charge. When I am adding 2 electrons back, then the net charge become 0. So this will happen only with numbers, right? When we are adding +2 with -2, we will get net charge as 0. Clear? So he has named it as positive and negative because this obeys algebraic addition. So it's a very important property of charges that obeys algebraic addition. We will see that later. Now, so I have given you a basic introduction about positive charge and negative charge. Positive charge means electron has lost from the object, and negative charge means electron has got gained by the object. Now both negative. So here plastic has got negative 1 electron, plastic has got 1 electron, excess electron means negative charge. So compared to protons, if compared to total number of positive, if number of negative charges are more, which means electrons are more, then that is negative charged body. Now with glass, it is positive, which means that total number of positive charges inside the material, when we are comparing with total number of negative charge, the negative charge is less, number of electrons are less, that gave it a positive charge. Here number of electrons are more compared to number of protons, that gave it a negative charge. This concept is very important. So we introduce a branch of science that need to only deals with charges, especially charges at rest. So that is nothing but electrostatics. So this is nothing but branch of electricity in which we study the effect of static charge. Now we have current electricity coming, their charges are moving, but in electrostatics it's branch of electricity, but here we are only going to deal with charges, and that too at rest. So if we are dealing with charges, we can't say that it is electrostatics, but if the charges are at rest, then that is electrostatics. If the charges are moving, then we have AC, we have current electricity and lot of other areas. Okay, thank you.